Hi everyone, Serena Moonflame here. I just finished a day of school, so I'm happy, exhausted, ready to get my mind off of school. I don't really have any homework to do today, so I decided that I could do another video for you guys. Now, just real quick, because I want to get as much as I can of the game done, or I want to get as far as I can. Last time, the first video that I made, I watched it right before I created my second video. Just to see where I left off and what I should do, like where I left off on, where I should pick up. But this time, I didn't do that, so, I mean, it's no big deal. In the game, you actually have, as you probably saw before, a checklist that you can look and see where you left off, what you need to do, etc. So that's not a problem. Let's get started. Dare to play.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my Center of Operations.
Load. All right, let's talk to...
What can I do for you?
Let's just get all these questions out of the way. That way we know his perspective on each of the rest of the characters, as the rest of his peers, I guess you could say.
What can you tell me about Hal Tanaka?
Hal's an exchange student who's all scholarships and study. He's very intense about becoming a doctor.
Right.
How well do you know Hulk Sanchez?
Big guy, big muscles, big dreams.
So not
A
very
lot
much.
of football scouts have been coming over to watch him play. He must be under a lot of pressure to perform.
Okay.
Is your dad the owner of Gray Enterprises?
Yep, that's him. I have an internship in the computer department at the plant. It's mega boring, but it'll look good on my college application.
Didn't I hear that Gray Enterprises went bankrupt?
So what if it did? My dad is working really hard to get the company back on track, and it doesn't help to have vultures like you gloating over it.
I'm sorry, Daryl. I didn't mean to gloat.
That's okay. I'm just a little touchy about it. What else can I do for you?
Nothing, but thank you.
Talk to you later.
Take care.
Oh, that must be one of the video games. Each of these Nancy Drew games, like I showed you with Connie, there's always a way to get each character out of their spots if you need to. I think Daryl might be one of the characters. And it looks like, I'm guessing maybe this Barnacle Blast game needs to be used to get him out, but I'm not really sure, and, well, I'm not really going to test that theory until later on. Let's talk to him.
Hi, Nancy.
I think you should know that I got a threatening phone call from someone named Mitch Dillon.
Interesting. Mitch is a suspect we're looking into, and he probably caught wind that you're snooping around. But I wouldn't pay him much attention. If he does anything else, let me know, and we'll take care of him.
We'll take care of him as in potentially, well, you know what I mean. Take him out.
How is he involved?
You don't need to know at this time. Just concentrate on the students and finding Jake's journal. We have Mitch covered.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
I don't know
See you
why,
later.
but for some reason, I find that slightly suspicious. I guess it just be my instincts. I don't know. But anyways, let's go back to the school. And let's check our checklist. What's on? Talk to Hulk about his injury. Last week, see if there are any clues in Jake's locker. Students have to say about each other. Okay, so locker, look in the library, and talk to Hulk. Day Hulk, I guess. Or maybe that's his name, too. I don't remember. Sometimes I've got good memories when it comes to these things, and other times I've got a very bad memory. I'm sorry. My first language is English, but I also speak Spanish fluently, so sometimes I go off to either speaking Spanish and English combined within a sentence, or sometimes I pronounce English words inappropriately or not properly because I'm thinking in Spanish or for some other reason. I don't know. Sometimes it's funny. My friends make fun of me, but I really don't care. Anyways.
How's it going?
Do you know Hal Tanaka?
That dude is always studying. He's a huge fan of mine. Real smart guy. But I never understood why a brain like Tanaka would hang out with slime like Jake.
Slime like Jake? Okay, it's obvious and it seems like all three of these characters don't really have a liking for Jake. And it seems like all of them have a good motivation for that too.
Hal was a friend of Jake's?
Let's just say I saw them talking together a lot. Jake's locker was right next to Hal's.
But they weren't really friends. Is that what you're saying?
Jake didn't really have friends, and Hal, he may seem pretty chill, but I've seen him crack a couple of times. He's seriously uptight.
Crack a couple of times?
He's got a temper, a bad one. He lets the pressure build and build until he's wound so tight the slightest thing sets him off. Like last week, I strike him out during gym, and he goes ballistic and charges the mount. He's got some serious issues. Oh, now that I think of it, last time I saw them together, Hal seemed pretty upset.
I guess that's a good thing to know.
What can you tell me about Connie Watson?
She hangs out at the gym a lot. I heard she's been having a real tough time.
Tough time? What do you mean?
Tough time?
I heard she's been having some money problems.
Oh. Okay. I thought she was having a tough time because she was possibly dating Jake and getting over the rejection or breakup or whatever it was. Okay,
What can you tell me about Daryl Gray?
He seems like a cool guy. His family used to sponsor the annual football awards dinner until last year. You know, he's the one who found Jake's body.
I'm really sorry you got injured. Does that affect your chances of playing college ball?
I had a little sprain, no big deal. Within a week, I was better than before and impressing the football scouts. Or I'm as strong as ever.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm pretty sure last time I showed you guys the magazine in the library about steroids. I have the suspicion that Hal was taking steroids in order to be able to be noticed by the scouts. We just have to find a way to get him to admit to it. Because if that's something that he wants to keep secret, he very well will do it. Well, I don't think there's anything to see in the library. Let's go back to the characters. It's the gym, so we want to go around. Study union. Okay, let's talk to Connie again.
What is it you want now?
Have you seen any of those weird messages on the bulletin boards?
Yes, and if I catch the guy who's doing it, he's going to be in big trouble. I bet it's the same person who keeps on setting off the soda machine alarm.
Yeah, because that is so... that makes so much sense. It's obvious that it could be the same person. But then why is it a coincidence that Nancy Drew arrives around the same time that the soda machine alarm started going off? I don't know. Why don't you figure that out?
I guess that comes with the territory of being school monitor.
Normally it's not this hectic. When I figure out who's been pulling all these pranks,
Girl, you're talking to her, but you're blind.
Didn't I hear you were dating Jake?
Hey, a girl can make a mistake, can't she?
That is totally true. I totally agree.
Hulk told me money's been tight for you these days.
But what a dork! Hulk Sanchez doesn't know the first thing about my life. He needs to get a life and stop talking about mine.
Okay, I'll let you go.
I'll let you go.
Adios.
Adios. Yeah, see? I speak Spanish. That's not really a relevant use. Oh, okay.
Bye.
See you later, Nancy.
I guess I really don't need to talk to Hal. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at... Talk to Hulk about his injury.
That's
Look
done.
at- See if there are any clues in Jake's locker. How do we get into Jake's locker? Oh, you know what? I have an idea. Usually in these games, you're able to call or talk to a friend. And I think we can do that. Let's see. Phone. Mitch Dillon is the person that was threatening us, so... You know, the person in here is Ned Nickerson, Nancy's boyfriend. That works.
Hello? Is this Martha Winterglassen? Who is please calling me?
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm trying to reach Ned Nickerson.
That is such a fake accent. It's so
I thought with
obvious.
you being undercover and everything, I had to take on a different persona.
Ned, I'm the one who's undercover, not you.
No duh.
Okay. I guess I'll just go undercover vicariously through you, which for some odd reason feels very deja vu-ish.
It'd probably be a good idea if you didn't mention my assignment to anyone. You never know who may be related to this case, even up at Emerson.
Your secret's safe with me, along with your heart.
You're such a sweetie.
Enough lovey-dovey talk. It'll make me miss you even more. So have you found any homicidal secrets yet?
Ned is such a cutie. Sometimes I wish I had a Ned in my life. Well, it doesn't hurt to start looking. Anyways, back to the game. Doesn't look like he has any clues for us right now, so we'll just hang
Ciao.
up.
Tschüss.
Alright, back to the checklist. Jake's locker, see what the students have to say about each other.
Did that.
Yeah, they already talked about each other, and they don't seem to like each other very much.
Still have to do that.
I guess I'm not finished looking through the library, but it seems like I am done for now. So the question more so is, how do we get into Jake's locker? Well, it's obvious that I'm not going to get into his locker just by trying random combinations, because that will take forever, and even if it takes forever, I may not get it. So, what we need is to figure out if a student knows how to get into Jake's locker. And, yeah, I don't think I mind spoiling this one part. The person that we can ask is right here. I think, if I remember correctly.
Do you know the combination to Jake Rogers' locker?
I'm sorry, Nancy. I can't help you with that.
Hulk said your locker's right next to Jake's. Are you sure you don't know the combination?
I remember one day Jake was mad because he couldn't open his locker. He told me he wished he had a phone handy. Would that help?
Yeah.
See you later.
will.
I must go now, Nancy.
Okay, so I just got this idea. Jake, well, his name has 4 letters in it, right? 4 digits, 4 letters, 4 spaces in his name, whatever you want to call it. And if you translate that into numbers, as in what letter per number, you can get a combination. J is 5, so it's 5, 2, K, so it's 5, 5, 2, 5, E, so 5, 2, 5, 3. Let's try that. Boom. All right, let's see. Judo. Del Mar, Florida. So he must be in the judo club or organization, or, well, he's involved, just like Connie, and that's the point. English essays.
Hal's English essay is the same as this essay.
So it looks like Hal plagiarized. That's good motive. Good motive for Jake to maybe blackmail him for some reason. Broke in the building through the back window on the drugs, went out 3 minutes. According to the report, several vials of hectanol were taken. Hectanol. That sounds familiar. You know what? I remember where I saw it. Let's go back around and get to the library, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about if you don't already remember now. All right, so key out. Antibiotics, steroids are drugs that are used to enhance athletic performance and build muscle mass. They are virtually all derivatives of a testosterone or substances in which promote the overproduction of testosterone in primates. In America, anabolic steroids are classed as a controlled substance, and possession of even small amounts of hectanol, here we go, or human growth hormone, can lead to a dealer in jail. So it looks like our buddy Holt here, was doing something that is known as illegal. So let's go confront him and talk to him, shall we?
How's it going?
Tell me about the robbery at the drug station pharmacy.
Why would I know about a robbery? All I know about is football.
It looks like he doesn't want to admit it.
I gotta go.
Later.
Too bad we don't have proof. That would put him in his place, that's for sure. That's interesting. These are very weird notes. And I'm pretty sure I talked about them before. And I'm pretty sure since we're able to zoom in on them, they'll be important later on in the game, but for now, they're not. Okay, no.
Did that.
Here we go. Break into
Check.
the station. How about
Can't
it?
check that off
No,
yet. Did that. Check. That's done.
okay, so talk to Hal about the essay he copied.
That's done.
Oh, wait. I think I missed something in his locker. It's 5, 2, 5, 3. This is a cassette case, and it's empty. Maybe what we're looking for now is a cassette. I wonder where that could be. Alright, well, since there's nothing else in here that we can look at, let's go talk to Hal and see what he has to say about himself.
You plagiarized your senior essay on etiquette, and Jake knew about it.
Yes, Nancy. I'm very ashamed. My family will be extremely unhappy about this terrible mistake I have made. Somehow, Jake found out I copied that old essay. Then he blackmailed me into doing his homework for him.
Why did you copy the essay?
I had no other choice. My family won't let me stay in the United States unless I get a scholarship next year. I had to take extra courses to earn the scholarship. Before I realized what I had done, I was buried in work. I copied the essay because I was desperate.
What happened when Jake found out?
Jake demanded I do all his homework for the rest of the semester, or he would tell my family everything. What else could I do? My family was depending on me to succeed.
Were you desperate enough to kill him?
I was not happy about the
That's a little
situation,
far.
but I would never kill anyone. I value human life. Please don't tell anyone about this. I beg you. You will gain nothing if you do, and it would destroy my family if they knew what really happened. I regret what I have done. Please let me have this chance to become a doctor. I promise to make up for this mistake, even if it takes the rest of my life.
If you didn't kill Jake, do you have any idea who did?
When I delivered Jake's homework to him the other day, he mentioned being late for a meeting with Daryl Gray. It was very strange. I didn't know they were friends.
Okay, first of all, I can understand being desperate because there's going to be points in time, whether you're in school or working, where you're going to feel desperate and you're going to feel the urge or you're going to feel inclined to want to cheat or to do something that's not right. Because it happens to everyone. We're human, right? So, but anyways, second point I wanted to point out is Nancy automatically assumed that Hal was responsible for Jake's death. All three, well, I guess four, well, three characters, Hal, Connie, and Hulk. Oh, four, yeah, and Daryl. All four, well, I guess not really Daryl including because we don't really know much about him. But it seems like all four of them have equal reason or motivation for killing Jake. But it's equal reason. But at the same time, there's no evidence yet that sets one of them apart from the rest. Until we find that, we can't really, well, if I were Nancy, I wouldn't make any sudden conclusions or assumptions like that. Because you really don't know, and you don't know what could result of making an assumption like that. You never know. If it is the culprit, they could easily get angry and you get in some kind of trouble. So until you know who it is, when it comes to something like this, if you happen to be in a situation like this, I doubt it, but just a life lesson, guys. If you come across a couple of suspects and they all seem to have good motivation, wait it out until you find the couple of clues or the one clue that sets one person apart from the rest. Because it's usually something of a difference that will help you figure out who the culprit is.
Do you know why Jake had an empty video cassette case in his locker?
I didn't know Jake was interested in video. I avoided him whenever I could.
See ya.
See you later, Nancy.
Alright, so let's see. Talked to Hal about the essay.
Did that.
Did that. I guess I should talk to Connie too. And to Daryl and the rest of them and to continue this story, but I came as far as I can, or I went as far as I can today. So I'm going to save it as it is as soon as I get to the door so I can save it like this. And then I'll see you guys next time. Just gonna save real quick. 3 and save. and exit. You want to save first? No, I already did. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys later. Bye.